Hello world, it's me again, the man from Oz. Today, Tuesday, April 28th. Local weather. It's 22 degrees C, 50% humidity, the sky is as clear as a bell, and it's quite a pleasant day. It's around 25 degrees in my shed office, so I've got the fan going in just to keep the air circulating, because it can get a bit stuffy in here. And I'm feeling sort of okay. I did go keep my doctor's appointment yesterday, and he thinks I might have influenza, and so he gave me some antibiotics and whatever. I'm feeling kind of weary. I'm still feeling out of sorts, as you can tell. Look at my eyes. Yeah, so excuse me, I just got to have a sip of tea. Now, I know you'd be disappointed if I didn't have a sip of tea. It's sort of my trademark, isn't it? Cheers. Nearly empty too, that mug. I saw on the news last night that the death toll in because of the Nepal Kathmandu earthquake has risen to over 3,200 now, and that's well, tragically that's to be expected, isn't it? Like the awesomeness of nature. As a result of that live stream yesterday, I happened to mention tornadoes in America, and a Facebook friend, Allan Langford, he shared a video, and it showed a chap driving a vehicle along a road, and this tornado approaching, and the hail was falling, and it was big hail too, and it started to smash his windscreen, and how he was getting a little bit afraid of what was going to happen, and who could blame him? Can you imagine seeing this? It's supposed to be a mile wide, this tornado. I mean, imagine being out in the open on the road, and you see this thing coming towards you. Holy smoke! You know, you'd be looking for shelter, but then you think, well, where the hell do I go? You know, this thing's the awesome power of these tornadoes, the awesome power of nature in general. How do you protect yourself from it? I suppose any port in the storm. The video did show him pulling over the side of the road, but I didn't see any shelter there for him, so I suppose he just had to hope for the best. Yes. Now, it was also on the news last night that perhaps some of you will know of the infamous Bali Nine, or two of the Bali Nine that have received a death sentence for trying to import drugs into Indonesia. They have very strict laws in Indonesia, and people are well aware of this, that it's a death penalty. But there's been a lot of carrying on about it. The government, our Australian government, has been pleading for clemency, but it's fallen on deaf ears as the Prime Minister of Indonesia. But maybe I'll get wrapped over the knuckles what I'm about to say, but these two get what they deserve. I mean, you do this with the idea, you know, of importing drugs, of making money. And if you get caught, well, you know what you know what's going to happen. You know what the law is in the particular country, and they make no bones about it. But anyhow, they're supposed to be executed tonight. I imagine that's Indonesian time, and although I've got just a suspicion that maybe they might get a stay of execution. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling I got. But I don't know why they put these people in prison for so long. If they give them a death sentence, why isn't the death sentence carried out quick smart? Now, is it a chance? We know there's a lot of money changes hands over in Indonesia, and as it probably does in other countries, within the legal system. You know, the lawyers, the judge, and so on and so forth, to the point that it was rumoured that the judge had held out his hand for X amount of dollars to go lenient in the sentencing. But of course, these people didn't have the money to pay him to grease his palm with silver. So they got the death sentence. Money. Money really does talk, doesn't it? Yeah. But anyhow, they're supposed to face the firing squad tonight, and of course that won't be the end of it. There's been so much carrying on about these two; it really has. It must be international news. It must be. But it's the sort of news that I'm sick and tired of hearing about. If you commit the crime, then you've got to be prepared to do the time, or you've got to suffer the consequences. And if the consequence is the death penalty, then so be it. Oh, yeah. I'd also like to give get off that subject and give a shout out to one of the YouTube channels I subscribe to. It's Welding Tips and Tricks. I don't know the man's name, but I do know that he's a very consummate professional. And if you want to learn about TIG welding, MIG welding, stick welding, then this chap is a wealth of information. So Welding Tips and Tricks. I put a link below in descriptions if you're interested. I watch his videos all the time. I'm certainly I've never done any MIG welding. I've got a TIG, but I find TIG welding difficult. It's often been said that TIG welding is the hardest form of welding to do, and they're right. It is. TIG welding is totally different to any other form of welding. I mean, stick welding is easy. It's a walk in the park by comparison. There's so much to learn with TIG welding, and but you know, this chap is uploads very good videos. He goes into detail, and if you're interested, as I said, in learning how to MIG weld, TIG weld, or even stick weld, pick up some few tips and tricks, and you do well to get onto this bloke's channel. Now, I really haven't got anything else to say. I have got no notes whatsoever. I sit here and I hope that something will pop into my head, but it's probably not, because my head's feeling a bit stuffy and I'm sniffing, and I really can't think of anything to talk about. And I've only been going live now for 8 minutes. I was a minute late. Yeah, I was tardy again. Actually, I'm sweating sitting here. I mean, I know it's only 20, 25, 26 degrees in my shed, and the humidity is low, but that's probably due to the influenza. When I went to the doctors yesterday, as soon as I said I might have influenza, before he examined and had a look at my mouth, he put on a face mask and rubber gloves. Oh, excuse me. Which is fair enough, I suppose. He's got, he's got other patients to see, and he doesn't want to run the risk of becoming infected himself. Yeah, well, that's the world for you, isn't it? Yeah. No, it really is quite a nice day here today. And if I was feeling anywhere near my usual self, I'd be up and out doing something, but I don't. I just don't feel any good. How are you, George? Same old, same old. I know how you feel, my friend. I really do. Oh dear, I'm going to just finish off this tea. There's only a couple of sips left, so I'm going to finish it off. I really think I'm wasting my time doing these live streams. I really do. I've been racking my brain to come up with some sort of format, maybe put a backdrop here, but I don't know. I don't know. No one's really watching these live streams except for George and maybe the other odd person. So I really think I'm wasting my time. Maybe it'll get to the point where YouTube will say, "Hey, John, you're wasting our free airtime here. Get off." I don't know. Still, my philosophy is nothing ventured, nothing gained, and what do you have to lose? Well, nothing really, a little bit of time. And I got a lot of free time on my hands. Yeah, I've got a lot of time. You do. Once you become retired, you have a lot of free time on your hands. It's just too bad I'm just not feeling, really well enough to enjoy all the free time I have. And I know I'm going to repeat myself here that, here it is nearly the end of April, and I'm supposed to be getting ready to go away by the end of May, but I don't know. The way I'm feeling of late, I just can't get things done. I can't pull my finger out and get stuck into doing things. Excuse me again. I'm sorry about that. Look, I'm not going to waste any more time here. I've actually come on just to say, to give the shout out to that YouTube channel, a little bit of an update on the Nepal earthquake, and to say hello and thank you to Allan. And just that you can see I'm alive and kicking, because George, he might think, well, I didn't see John's live stream today. He didn't do one. I wonder if he's okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh dear. So look, now there's every chance once I do end this broadcast that I'll go, no, you idiot, there was something you wanted to say. But quite honestly, I can't think of anything. I did happen to watch Dr. Phil today. I think it was a repeat. I wouldn't know because I don't watch Dr. Phil all that often, but it just seemed to recognise one of the faces, and because sometimes that happens. You see a face on a show and you think, well, this thing's a repeat. And they were talking about videos that go viral, kids like bullying type videos, where kids are being beaten up. And there was one here about a young woman. I think I remember seeing it on, it may have been on the news actually, or one of the morning shows, I'm not sure, where a girl threw a shovel at a girl who she was having a fight with. This girl was running away and she threw this yellow-handed shovel and hit her in the back of the head and knocked her to the ground. And how that video went viral. And Dr. Phil had the young bloke on who had shot the film or recorded the video. Shot the film. It's funny how some things still stick around, isn't it? Shot the film. Like DVDs are still called records. CDs. Anyhow, it was going on about these things and how they, for their 15 minutes of fame, the sort of things people will do. And there was another thing about setting yourself alight challenge. It showed a young fella standing in a bathtub with some rubbing alcohol, and he set himself alight. At least he had the common sense to stand in the bathtub with the shower going. But he was just plain stupid about he set himself alight in the first place, because he obviously didn't realise how quickly that heat will penetrate the skin. And he's jumping around trying to put this fire out, and he ends up with second-degree burns on his face and lower abdomen. Well, what an idiot. We've seen it here in Australia. There's been videos where kids have set themselves alight. I mean, why the hell would you do something so stupid just for a challenge? Oh, what a laugh, hardy, ha, 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 I set myself alight. No, I don't understand people, I really don't. Just for the sake of, a few minutes of fame? No, I mean, I'd love to have a video go viral, but I'm not about to do anything stupid just to have a video go viral. No way. But then again, I'm 67 years of age and I've got more common sense. I'm not about to risk my life by doing something stupid just for the sake of 1 million or 10 million or whatever views. No, to hell with that. Yeah, no. But that's what people are like, aren't they? They do all these things just to get a little bit of recognition. And it's so easy for them to do so, isn't it? There's just so many things you can do out there now. There's so much social media out there just waiting for all these things. And this young fella that recorded the video of the girls fighting, and one where the shovel was thrown at this other young girl, he admitted, at the time, he thought it was great because he became somewhat famous for a while. But that's what it's all about. And he actually, someone bought the video off in some television station or whatever, I don't know, for $600. Well, $600 he didn't have before, just for being in the right place at the right time. Anyhow, I don't know. This is I have got a list here, This is a list of the stuff I've got to do. I've got to remove the crane from my four-wheel drive. I made a crane some time ago with every intention of using to open up the camping, the fold-out camping unit. It opens out. Well, you know what I mean. But I never used it. I mean, it was a beautiful looking crane too. I uploaded a video about it. I spent a lot of money on it and a lot of time making it. I never used it. Anyhow, and now I've got to put a hinge, a couple of hinges on the cover on the trailer. And I still haven't figured out how I'm going to really do that because it's a bit, room's a bit tight. Now I've got to replace a bulb at the rear of the trailer. Well, I think it's a bulb. I hope it's just as simple as a bulb being replaced. I've got to buy aluminium so I can raise the height of the tool chest, so I can put my camp refrigerator in it, because I'm going to mount it to the A-frame of the trailer. And I know you're saying, what's this old fart rambling on about? I got to get some extra drive belts for my four-wheel drive, just in case. I haven't got any spare drive belts, and there's 3 of them. Yeah, once upon a time there used to be 1, and then later on there were 2, and now there's 3 drive belts. And I've got an old wheelbarrow that I've been working on for a time. My wife brought it home from after cleaning out her late mother's house, and she wanted me to repaint it and whatever, and I've been working on that for a couple of months now, on and off. Still haven't got it finished. I just can't be bothered. Yeah, so that's what I got to do. Oh, and I got my this is my Quattro X quadcopter, the one I smashed up, the one that was in the video. I got it back on Sunday. Yeah, I went out to the plaza on Sunday here, and cost $178 to get it repaired. It cost me $650, so that brings it up to $820, or nearly $830. I've got to be more careful. Be more careful with the damn thing. Certainly before I put my GoPro camera on it, but I'm really looking forward to getting some aerial shots. But I'm going to have to really know how to work it, because when I go to my cousin's property and I camp on top of the mountain there, there's not going to be much room for error, because if it goes over the edge of the mountain and then I do something stupid, no, look, I'm not going to go on with this. Look, I'm going to say, look, to whoever's watching, particularly George, thank you for watching. I will probably be back tomorrow. I don't know. I've got a couple of things to do. I've got to take my wife's aunt for her 6-monthly heart checkup. She's 90 years of age. She lives in a local nursing home. And then I've got another appointment with the doctor at 11:45. He just wants to check out my lungs, which aren't doing real good at the moment. And as some of you probably know, I've got emphysema. And once you get an infection in the lungs on top of the emphysema, well, let me tell you, it's like trying to breathe two straws. That's how it is for me at the moment. But you're not really interested in that. You're not going to say, oh, poor old man. No. So I'm going to be really pushing, you know what, uphill tomorrow to keep these appointments, especially my doctor's appointment, but we'll see what happens. Anyhow, look, my friends, I'm going to say bye-bye for now. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow, perhaps I won't. As I say, I'm really toying up the idea whether these live streams are worth doing or not. Oh, well, until tomorrow, bye for now. I don't know what I did there, that's all. Oh, yeah, a banjo, you know. See you soon. Hey, Cisco. Banjo. You idiot.